Well, hello there, young whippersnapper. Join me up here on the porch for a nice cold glass of iced tea. Trust me, you're gonna need it. You're gonna want to be refreshed because today we're heading to a place where the air is so foul and acrid that your nose hairs will be stinging for a month. That's right, we're going to the Nether. Alright, so it's time to go into the Nether and see what we have in store for us there. I'm not exactly sure what will be there, so I think just without further ado, let's find out. Alright, here we are in the Nether. And what level am I at? 82. Not too terribly high, but there we go. And just kind of go walking around and see what I can find here. Now, of course, in the Nether, there are ores. GregTech does spawn ores in the Nether. The small ores like you see there, as well as ore veins. And obviously we want to look for those ore veins. Now, if we use our handy dandy ore guide, we will find out that a lot of the ores do spawn in the Nether. So there's N, the ones that have an N are the ones that spawn in the Nether. So for example, copper ore veins will spawn in the Nether, and what else can we find? Iron ore veins, and etc. And of course, nether quartz, which can only be found in the Nether. So we definitely want to look for that. I realize that I walked all the way away from my portal. Whoa, whoa, lava, where'd that come from? Holy moly, that almost got me. Almost got me. Okay, yeah, there we go. I need to leave a waypoint here so that I know where my portal is. Oops. New portal. There we go. And looking at the map here doesn't really tell me much. Actually, it looks like there might be a nether fortress right in that area. So let's go this direction and see what we see. Oh, I can also get some glowstone while I'm here. That'll be nice. Now, I don't think that there are any mods in this mod pack that add anything to the Nether as far as any new dangerous bad monsters or anything like that. Whoa, that's a long way down, but that is definitely another fortress there. That's nice, but that's a long ways to get to it. So I haven't seen any nether quartz yet, which seems very strange. Nor have I seen any ore veins. The nether quartz is not going to spawn like it does in vanilla Minecraft. It's going to spawn in veins just like the other ores that GregTech changes. So I'll have to actually find a nether quartz ore vein. That's pretty cool, a little floating block of netherrack there. That's pretty neat. I think what I want to do is make my way down to the nether fortress and then explore it and see what I can find. Seems like a relatively bad idea, but why not, right? Well, I found some nether quartz. Again, just like always with the GregTech veins, sometimes hard to find. A lot of them when you find them. Alright, looks like I found a blaze spawner. Yes, indeed. So I kinda just want to wall it off for now. I'm not really ready to fight any blazes, but I do want to know where it's at, so I'll put it down a waypoint. Well, not a bad trip to the Nether. I ended up with a gas tier. That's always good. A bunch of tetrahedrite, which of course is copper, as well as some copper and some stibnite. And, oh, well, that was a misclick. I got some glowstone and some nether quartz. So, yeah, pretty good haul. If you put glass into a macerator, it will turn it into glass dust. In the alloy smelter, I can combine the nether quartz and the glass dust and turn it into fused quartz. And with the fused quartz, we can finally make Reservoir. And this is from the Ender IO mod, which is a part of this mod pack. I have not been, or not so far, made many items from the Ender IO mod. Ender IO does require RF, so it would require some type of electricity, I believe. But I think even making, a Stirling generator from the Ender IO mod, stone gears, that's not so hard to make. The basic capacitor, yeah, the basic capacitor requires the assembler, and of course that requires electricity, so that's something that's down the line. So and that's not a normal thing for Ender IO mod. If you watched my Revenge series, I played with Ender IO. It's a very interesting and a very neat mod. This is something that's done by the creator of the Modpack to not let you jump straight into Ender IO and get all the powerful stuff that you can with Ender IO. So this is a way to to make sure there's a progression. But the Reservoir, going back to what I've made here, the Reservoir is a 2x2 thing like that that you make, and if you put 2 buckets of water into the reservoir, so let's go grab another bucket from here, it will fill up, and then it will serve as a source of infinite water. So every time you take a bucket out of there, you will place it on the ground and destroy everything in your base, because, you know, reasons. Oh, that's a full tank. Put it up in that one. Well, that one's full too. Okay, well, I just have a bucket of water. So yes, this ends up making it into a infinite water source, and oh, it ruined. Ugh, I gotta fix things. And this is nice because now I can get rid of these water tanks from Railcraft. I like them, I like the idea of them, but this is much more compact and definitely probably more useful. Well, that trip into the Nether wasn't too terribly interesting, was it? There's just not a lot going on there, but it was good to find a fortress with some blaze spawners, which I can utilize later, some ores, nether quartz, and all that kind of good stuff. I did actually die once in the Nether, but that was actually because while mining some tetrahedrite ore, I dug into some lava and didn't get away from it fast enough. But yeah. OwnGod left a comment and said that I think he was saying that I could use wrought iron in the blast furnace to turn wrought iron into steel faster than using regular iron with less coal or charcoal, but this isn't doing anything. So I'm not sure if I'm doing it wrong or something. So OwnGod, let me know if I am doing it wrong, but I've put in wrought iron and charcoal or coal, and it does not seem to actually do anything. So yeah. What I thought I would do now is I thought I would show. I want to build the the basic steam turbine? I believe it's called. Yes, I want to make this basic. Okay, a little bit of a crash there, which is a common compatibility problem with Applied Energistics and Mind Tweaker or Mod Tweaker, one of the two, probably both. But it's just a kind of an easy. It's just a compatibility issue. It's easy to get around. I just sometimes forget about it, is my problem. But back to what I was talking about. I want to build this basic steam turbine. And for the most part, I do not like to do any crafting on screen, on video. It's rather dull. It's rather boring. But I think I want to show you how this particular device gets crafted, just to kind of show you the complexity and the system that's involved with GregTech and the various tools and how to make the items. And then future items, I won't show myself making them, but you'll get an idea when I say I made something, you know, how much effort it actually takes to do that. So if I have done my math correctly, this is going to be all of the items that I need. Some iron, some tin, some redstone, steel, copper plate. So remember, each one of these plates was made out of 2 ingots, so that's quite a lot of copper. 17 tin plates, 9 steel plates, 4 of the red alloy plates, and a bunch of rubber sheets. So I think I'll go ahead and get started. So first thing I'll make is these bronze fluid pipes, because that's actually really simple. And in fact, I only need 6 of them. So we'll go over to the crafting table, and I believe it's 6 this way with the wrench and the hammer. There we go. Copper fluid pipes. And did I have the wrong ones. You know what? I already screwed up. See? Did my math wrong. I thought it was copper pipes for some reason. So do I have... These are more copper plates. So no big deal. I can make 6 bronze plates with these 6 bronze hammers in there. So we'll come back to that one. So the next thing I'll make is this electronic circuit. So for that, I need 2 of these NAND chips. And so we need 2 red alloy wires and a tin wire for each one of those. And I don't think I have my wire cutter tool out. There it is. So we'll get that out first. And I am going to need to make the refined iron item casings. Actually, I already have 2 of them made, and I showed that in the last video, so I won't do that again. I'll just take the 2 I already have, like that. And I will need 2 of these and 2 of the tin plates. And so again, wire cutters and a plate, oops, will give you, let's see, it goes like, gotta just put it in the right, oops, the right configuration, I think. Am I doing this wrong? Boy, sometimes it's easy to forget everything, isn't it? Ah, it's to the left of it. See, you got to have it in the exact right configuration. There we go. So we make 4 of these and then 2 of these. And so that gives me those necessary items. And so putting those together like that should give me 2 of the NAND chips. Good. So, whoops. So we'll put that in here temporarily. The next thing on the electronic circuit is a steel plate. Oh, I need copper cabling. And so we have to take 6 copper, and then we'll take 6 of these. And again, doing this, already forgotten, gives me 6 of these, and that'll give me the 6 wires. And then putting the rubber sheets with the wires will give me the copper cables, like so. Okay, and then if I take a steel plate and the NAND chips back out, very simple. I can put the steel plate in the middle, NAND chips on either side, copper cables all around, and that'll give me an electronic circuit. Great. Put the electronic circuit in here. My bronze plates are done being made, so I'll take those out, and we'll put bronze like so, hammer, wrench, and that'll give me the 2 bronze fluid pipes, which were those pieces there. All right, so we'll put those away in here. Next thing we can make is this LV machine hull, which is just an LV machine casing, which is made with steel plates. And then there's also 2 tin cables on either side. So I'm going to need 2 of these, 2 of the tin plates, and 8 of the steel plates. And so this goes like that with, is it a wrench in the middle? Yep, that gives me an LV machine casing. Good. And then I can cut the tin plate into tin wires, wrap the tin wires with the rubber to get tin cables, and then put those around the LV machine casing to give me an LV machine hull. All right. So that part is done. And we can start doing something like, let's move this around and go like this, because this is how it's going to end up looking, right? So this is just another tin cable down there. So let's go ahead and make that one real fast because it's pretty easy. Tin cable, again, tin wire, wrap it in rubber to get a tin cable. That goes there. Okay. So here we need the tin rotors. Tin rotors look like this. So I'm going to need 2 of these tin screws. Tin screws are made from tin bolts, which are made from tin rods. So the way this works is, oops, I need the tin rods, or the tin ingots. Sorry, I need these 2 tin ingots. And so you take a file, 2 ingots, and that'll give you a rod. And you take the rod with a screwdriver? No. Hammer? Oh no, the saw. The saw, and that gives 2 tin bolts. Put the bolts on either side again with, nope, not the hammer. Screwdriver, nope. It's a matter of just remembering what is what, and I'm not very good. There we go, with the file, and that makes 10 screws. So it's actually fairly easy if you can remember it. I don't have a super awesome memory. The next part of these tin rotors is this tin ring. So I need 2 more tin ingots for that. And again, 2 tin ingots and a file, or a tin ingot in a file becomes a tin rod. And if you hammer the rod, you can hammer them into a ring. And that'll give me 2 tin rings. And so then I need 8, I believe, of these tin plates. And so now if I look at the tin rotor, it's a fairly simple recipe. 2 tin rods there, 2 tin screws there, tin plates in the corners. I have to hammer it and screwdriver it and file it, and I will get 2 tin rotors. Okay, so there's the tin rotors that go on either side of the machine hull. Okay, next item is the electric LV motor. So first thing I'm going to need is some magnetic rods. So 2 iron and some redstone. And again, filing an ingot gives you a rod, and rods with 4 redstone equals magnetic rods. There we go. In addition to that, I need some more iron rods, so we'll make those real quick. Need 2 more of those, or 4 more of those, I should say. And the next thing is 4 copper wires and 2 tin cables. So I'll need, and I need 2 of those, so I'll need 8 copper plates. Sound right? And 4 tin plates. Oh, and I need the rubber. There we go. And I can actually do this in my own inventory. So again, with the wire cutters, copper plates, turn those into copper wires, and then tin plates, turn those into tin wires, and again, wrap them in rubber to get tin cables. And so now I should have enough to put my magnetic iron rod, 2 iron rods on either side, 2 tin cables in the corners, 4 copper wires along the edges, and that'll give me 2 electric LV motors. Okay, and that, I had a little bit too much copper because I thought I had to make these fluid pipes with them. I thought they were copper, but that is the recipe that we want for the basic steam turbine. Oops, I didn't mean to put that there. So we'll take this stuff out and go over here, and let's try and put it together and see if we did everything correctly. Machine hull in the middle, tin rotors, electronic circuit, bronze, fluid pipes. There we go, basic steam turbine. Ta-da! And now I have a way to generate electricity. How cool is that? Now, if we put this thing down, boop, like so, you can see there's that and there's that. Looks like this. That's probably where the steam has to go in, maybe. It might be where the electricity comes out. I don't know. Let's take a wrench and pick this back up. And just for the sake of seeing what happens, let's put it there. And I can right click on it. Oh, it's filling up with steam. Look at that. It is filling up with steam. So I imagine that it would generate electricity if I had something to power, which I don't. So obviously the next thing is to build the various electrical machines that can be made in GregTech. The question, of course, is what should I build first? Now, all of the steam machinery is available in electrical form. So there are electrical furnaces, macerators, extractors, alloy smelters, compressors, forge hammers, etc., etc. And I could definitely make one of those. It's going to probably work faster than the steam version of it. But a part of me says that's maybe not the ideal place to focus on building my machinery, because I already have machinery that does those things. So in other words, I could build the electric version of the furnace, but I have a furnace and it's a steam furnace. It's slow, but I feel like I should make something else that might be a little bit more useful, if you will. So there's different options. So there's the assembler. I don't think I'm going to need that yet. Canning machine might be a good idea. Cutting machines, extruders, and there's machinery in here that will make it cheaper to make certain things. For example, there is, I think it's called a bending machine, and I believe that the bending machine will turn ingots into plates, but it will turn one ingot into one plate. So now where I am putting 2 ingots into the forge hammer to turn it into one plate, the bending machine would allow me to turn 1 ingot into one plate. There's all kinds of other things, like there's a wire mill which makes the wires that I was making out of plates. I believe it makes them out of ingots. So there's a lot of machinery that makes the things that you want to make cheaper down the line. And so that's, of course, extremely useful for many different reasons. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them for me in the comment section down below. I will read them. I will respond to them. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.